Welcome to Technology and Product Training, the second course in the Indoor Golf Alliance University curriculum. This course covers technology stack behind the indoor golf facility, from choosing a simulator system to setting up the software and network that run it, to designing the physical space that houses it. Whether you're evaluating vendors, managing day-to-day technology, or planning a new build-out, this course will give you the working knowledge to make good decisions and troubleshooting on common issues. Here's how the course breaks down. Modular 1 covers the simulator landscape, the major hardware and software brands, and how they differ. Module 2 walks through software setup and integration, including licensing and connecting your booking system. Modular 3 goes deep on the launch monitor technology, how these units actually capture data, the key metrics you'll see, and how to collaborate the troubleshooting them. Module 4 covers the network and AV setup that keeps every bay running reliably. And Module 5 is about the physical space itself, dimensions, lighting, acoustics, and build out process for permitting to a soft opening. Modular 1 Simulator Systems. Your simulator is the single biggest technology decision you'll make. So, this module will walk you through the major brands on the market today: TrackMan, Foresight, E6, Full Swing, Unicore, and more, and how to think about matching a system to your venue. Let's run through the landscape. TrackMan is a radar based and widely regarded as a tour level accuracy standard. It's popular for instruction and club fitting, and it comes at a premium point. Foresight Sports and its GC Quad and GC3 units is a camera based and known for precise club face and impact data. It can pair with its own FXX Play software or E6 Connect. Full Swing is also camera based, known for durable, all in one bay packages used in both premium residential and commercial installs. Unicore, with an IXO and QED units, is camera based as well as has become popular for offering strong accuracy at a more accessible commercial price point. SkyTrack and SkyTrack Plus are radar based units that started in the home market and increasingly showing up in budget conscious commercial bays. And EC, E6 Connect is worth calling out separately. It's not a hardware at all, it's a software platform that pairs with multiple launch monitor brands to provide the course library and game modes. When you're choosing a system, remember you're really making two decisions: which hardware and which software. And those don't always have to come from the same company. Module 2 Software Setup and Integration. Once you've chosen your hardware and software, this module covers how to actually install, license, and connect it to the rest of your business systems. Let's start with installation and licensing. Always confirm hardware and software compatibilities before you install. Vendors publish compatibility matrix for exactly this reason. Register your licenses to a business account, not an individual employee or personal account, so you don't lose access to these if the person leaves. And schedule software updates during off hours, since a midday update can interrupt active customer session. For booking and POS systems, use native integrations where they exist in auto start sessions tied to reservations. Where no integration exists, document a manual handoff process so every staff member follows it consistently and allows keep one source of truth bay availability, because conflicting calendars are a common cause of double bookings. Use profiles were setting up customers the first visit. Most platforms save swing history and stats over time, which becomes a real retention tool as players watch their own progress. And know your platform's data export options if you plan to use the data and market over coaching and appropriate customer consent. Finally, the venues with multiple bays look into multiple bay network and site licensing. These centralize updates, course libraries, and leaderboards across every bay, which is essential if you want to run a venue wide tournament league and leagues where everyone's on the same leaderboard. Module 3, launch monitor technology. This is the heart of the customer experience. So we're going to go deep here. How these units actually capture data, the key metrics your staff and customers will see, and how to keep everything calibrated and running accurately. There are two core approaches to capturing shot data: radar or Doppler systems, like TrackMan and SkyTrack. Sit behind or beside the ball and track its flight through the air after impact, calculating ball speed, launch angle, spin rate, and carry distance from that flight path. Camera or photometric systems like Foresight, Full Swing, and Unicore use high speed strobe cameras to capture the ball and club head at the exact moment of impact and calculate their data from those images rather than the ball's flight. Your staff should be comfortable explaining six key metrics to customers. Ball speed is how fast the ball leaves the club face. Launch angle is the vertical angle it leaves the club at. Spin rate is at back and side spin measured in RPMs, which affects both carry and curve. Carry distance is how far the ball travels through the air. Club head speed is how fast the club is moving at the moment of impact, and smash factor is a ball speed divided by club head speed, a measure to strike efficiency, where a well struck driver shot typically comes in around 1.5. Now let's talk calibration and troubleshooting. Mat and ball placement matters more than people expect. Follow the exact distance and alignment spec from the ball to the sensor, because even small deviations can affect data quality. Lighting conditions matter too, especially the camera based systems, which are sensitive to consistent lighting. Avoid glare and shifting shadows across the hitting area, and stick to the manufacturer's recalibration schedule, and always recalibrate anytime a unit is moved or serviced. When something goes wrong, it helps to know where to look first. No read or inconsistent shots are usually a hardware issue. Check mat placement, worn hitting stripes, and reflective flooring that might be interfering with the sensor. Unrealistic distance readings are often software setting issue. Check the environment or the altitude settings, since air density assumptions affect the carry calculations. And if a shot registers correctly but displays in the wrong position on the course, that almost always a software issue, not a hardware issue. Modular 4, Network and AV Setup Basics. A great simulator is only as good as the network and hardware running it. So this module covers what you need in every bay connected sharp and reliable. Let's start with networking fundamentals. Use wired Ethernet over Wi-Fi whenever possible. It's simply more reliable, especially for software that streams course data and needs low latency. Plan your bandwidth around simulators' multi bay use. Undersized internet plans are a common cause of mid round freezes, and consider segmenting your simulator PC into a separate network from your guest Wi Fi so customer device traffic doesn't compete with bay performance. For AV components, each bay needs a short throw projector and properly tensioned impact screen, speakers, and importantly, a PC that meets recommended specs, not just bare minimum. Undersized PCs are common cause of lag and crashes. When it comes to cabling and mounting, run your cabling through conduit or in wall where you can, both for a clean look and prevent accidental damage during play. Mount your projector and screen to the manufacturer's throw distance specs and label every cable and port during installation. It saves enormous time troubleshooting later. And finally, build a redundancy. Keep spare parts on hand, a spare projector bulb, HDMI cables, and consider a backup PC, especially in high traffic venues where a down bay directly costs revenue. A backup internet connection like a cellular follower is worth considering too. And simple daily pre-open checklist. Power cycle each bay, confirm connectivity, test sample shot, catch most problems before the first customer walks in. Module 5, Space Design and Build Out. The physical space is just as important as the technology inside it. This module will cover bay dimensions, lighting acoustics, and what the build out process actually looks like for permitting through a soft open. Let's start with bay dimensions. You want ceilings at least 10 to 12 feet and a footprint of roughly 12 by 20 feet with commercial grade turf and a hitting mat rated for high swing volume. Home use mats wear out faster under commercial traffic. For screen and enclosure placement, position the screen at the manufacturer's recommend distance for your specific launch monitor and a projector combination. Use netting or an enclosure rated for the ball speed you'll see, and always leave a buffer zone so equipment and other players aren't in the path of an inner shot. Lighting design deserves real attention. Avoid glare and shadows across the hitting area. Use even diffused lighting rather than single spot. Block the interior sunlight where you can, since it can interfere with the camera based sensors throughout the day. And don't overlook acoustics. Simulator bays get loud, fast, in multiple venues, so use sound dampening materials between bays to reduce bleed through and treat your bar or lounge area separately from the Bay Area since they are very different noise tolerance needs. Finally, let's walk through the build out process itself. It starts with design and permitting. Floor plans, electrical HVAC changes, and permitting with local authorities. Next comes construction, flooring, framing, electrical, HVAC, and structural work needed for ceiling height or soundproofing. Then AV and simulator installation. Mounting and collaborating your projector, screen and launch monitor. After that, the software setup and testing. Make sure everything from Module 2 is installed and tested before you open. And finally, staff training, a soft open where team runs through the troubleshooting basics, daily checklist before the public launch. One note on timing. Build a buffer time for permitting delays on equipment lead time since those are the most common sources of schedule slippage. To bring it all together, your final project is to build a complete technology and facility setup plan. This includes a simulator system recommendation, both hardware and software, with your reasoning behind it. A software and integration plan covering licensing, booking, and player profiles. One page launch monitor metrics reference card, a network and an AV setup diagram for a single bay, including redundancy, a floor plan with lighting and acoustic considerations, and a build out timeline for major milestones. This project pulls together everything from all 5 modules into a plan you can actually hand to a contractor or vendor. That wraps up technology and product training. Thank you for working through this course. The technology decision you make here will shape both customers' experience and your day to day operation for years. So it's worth taking the time to get them right. We'll see you in the next course.